and I got the passcode to his phone. And so I got the passcode to his phone, and I'm like, I gotta move. You gotta move. Once you get the passcode to his phone, you gotta get up and get out of there. Because men that cheat, they are attached to their phones. It's sickening. But when they cheat, they are attached to their phones. So I get his phone and put the passcode in his phone. Boop, 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 boop. Bam, I'm in there. Ooh. Sometimes when I be getting to his phone, I be thinking it's like, it's sickening. Like, this is my toxic trait, is breaking through his phone. So I break in his phone. Bam, got the passcode. So I get the passcode and I hop in my car. I live in a Caucasian neighborhood. So I hopped in my car and I drive off and I go park around the corner. When you get your man's passcode, you got to get up and get out of there. And so that's what I did. I got the passcode and I got up and I got out of there. And so I go sit around the corner and I start going through everything. Instagram, Facebook, messages. I start going through everything. And I just remember just sitting there, just going through stuff, not knowing that I'm a black person in this white neighborhood. And these white folks is like, what is this black person doing in my neighborhood? So Ken comes up to the car, knocks on my window. Right now, Ken, I don't got time for Ken and Karen shit right now. Any other day, catch me on a good day. But today, I do not got time for Ken and Karen. Period. So Ken, and I'm like, ooh, shit, he fucking scares me. I'm like, what's going on? What you doing over here? Like, questioning while I'm parking over there. I'm like, Ken, going through my husband's phone, back the fuck up. And then Karen, his wife, comes outside. And she just look, you know how white folks like start to look. Karen, I'm going through my husband's phone right now. She understood that language, and Ken and Karen went the fuck back in the house. And I just realized, he's never going to change. He's never going to change. Like, a person can make you feel guilty, can tell you what you lack. That's the abuse cycle right there. I just identified it right there, the abuse cycle. There's a big difference between men that are sorry when they cheat and men that don't give a crap about when they cheat. Especially a narcissistic cheater. It's a big difference between a narcissistic cheater. A big difference. You don't think so? There is a big difference between a one-time offense and a narcissistic cheater. If you are in a relationship with a narcissist and he's a cheater, those are the worst kinds to be in a relationship with, because you can have all the evidence in the world and they will still make it seem like you didn't catch shit. You can have transcripts of the messages. You can have all the freaking proof, and they will still fucking lie. It baffles me. They will still lie. You can have all the evidence in the world, and they will still lie about it. I'm just over it. I remember the first time when I caught my husband cheating. I was about 6 months pregnant. I remember going through his phone. He had 2 phones. And I remember going through his phone, and I remember him telling people that I was his baby mama. Baby mama? I'm your baby mama, but we're married. I'm your wife. I have a ring on my finger. We are living together. We have a whole family situation. How am I still your baby's mother? I'm your baby's mother? So I get married, and no offense to anyone that our baby's mom, no offense. I honestly don't give a fuck about that. But when your husband calls you a baby mama and you're a wife, how you calling me a baby mama and I'm your wife? Okay. Okay, I'm your baby mama, huh? I'll show you a baby mama. And so I just remember going through his phone and seeing how much he had reduced me. And you have to remember, in the beginning, I was everything. Before we was married, I was everything. I was the one. Ooh, I was the one. I was the one. Before we got married, I was the one. But when we got married, I was the baby mama. How do I go from being the one to being the baby mama? And there's a lot of scandalous women in the world, scandalous females in the world, especially when you are a pretty female and your man cheats on you with a woman that's non-attractive, a woman that has no morals or values, a woman that looks like shit. And then they see you, oh, she has a career. Oh, she's cute. Oh, she's giving him his first child. But look, he cheats on her. He doesn't even claim her. So he was giving these women power. And at that time, I really didn't know what I was getting myself into. I really didn't understand the narcissistic abuse cycle. And yeah, it's narcissistic. And so for all you out there that say that you cannot diagnose anybody, we're going to call this narcissistic tendencies. And so he had reduced me to that. And he was treating me as such. And so when I caught the infidelity in his phone, it wasn't true. It wasn't true. Like, it wasn't true. And so for me, when I went and I told everyone about how I had sex on vacation, it was, now when I think about it, it was due to all the times I had caught him and all the times he had lied. Like, wow, I caught you all these times and you're still lying? I got all the evidence in the world and you're still lying? And so when people was like, you told this story to a lot of people, there was some reasoning behind that. It was trauma. When you catch your husband cheating on you and he reduces it like it's nothing, as if he didn't do it, it's like, look here, this what I did. I told you after I did it, the juices wasn't even dried up yet. And here I have all this evidence on you and you still can't be honest. And so recognize it. It's like, wow, that's why I didn't keep it in. It was to prove to him, like, look here, this is what honesty looks like. This is what it looks like. It's saying your mistake. I cheated. This is what I did. And that was my accountability. But when you're in a relationship with a person and they cannot be honest, they don't even know how to be honest. The cycle will continue to repeat itself until you come out of that situation. And it's sickening.